Throughout history, nursing has been a most noble profession, populated by memorable figures. One heroic figure stands out above all others, gratefully remembered as the founder of modern nursing. She made hospitals a cleaner, safer place to be. Ah, if only Florence Nightingale could be with us today.
Why, I declare you look as surprised to see me as I am to be here. I asked my generous host, however did you arrange for me to arrive? They said, simple. There's an app for that. Curious. The last thing I recall, I was frolicking around heaven having a cracking good time when I received an invitation for a short visitation to Earth. Now, I must admit, I was not at first inclined to agree, and I mean no disrespect, but my heavenly body's a bit of all right if I do say so. You must understand. In heaven, my body is young and strong. It is pain-free. It's also a size 2. I don't know where they found this one, but these shoes, they are a welcomed addition. Oh, comfy. But then I heard that this would be a convocation, a celebration of 125 years of the American Nurses Association. Oh! Why, that was a different kettle of fish. Of course I had to be here. Oh, my friends. I know during these dark days, you have seen the Grim Reaper take his tremendous toll. And I recall in my own time, my own practice, what that was like. The date? November 4th, 1854. 3,000 injured, lying in this Burrix-Eustace hospital, then miles and miles of fallen men. Oh, they were boys, actually. 16 to 22-year-olds, heroes, 'twas clear. And oh, those faces. Oh, I must switch gear. Switch gear. Well, it was built on a cesspool. That hellhole at Scutari, it contaminated the ground and the water all around. Predictably enough, enter cholera, our uninvited guest, the pestilence unseen, whom, by the time we arrived, had captured nearly 60% of the lives. Oh, and the wounded. When they arrived on shore, caked with mud and gore, they'd been traveling by ship for 8 to 9 days, rocked by wind and waves, sans shoes or boots, all left behind, many of them missing an appendage, on the battlefield upended, with their minds. Oh, and what were we to give them? There were no beds. No, there was no furniture. And the floor. Huh? How shall I describe it all? Well, watch your step. To fall might be excremental. We dubbed it BMS for blood, mud, and stool. And there was no operating theater. No, not an operating table in sight. Amputations done on the ward in front of the men. There were no blankets or labels or morphine. Well, there was some chloroform, but on the known 'twas rarely used. You see, the doctor said and your wisdom might be wasted. And I replied, only if you hypothesize that none will survive. Sadly, that assumption was generally correct. My friends, I know that we nurses are ever present at all the critical times, which is why, of course, it's so important for you to continue your education until the last day of your nursing lives. And that explains why you're here, to continue your education. So thank you. Thank you for that. Other time I must bid you farewell, but I will be with you, if only in spirit. My blessings.